Thousands of people go to work daily, but have you ever wondered what kind of jobs are so dangerous that they may cost your life? Stay tuned to know about 5 of the most dangerous jobs that can be fatal to the extent that you have to think twice before going for it. A bad day at work may mean missing over some project or having a brawl with a boss for most of you, whereas for some of you it may indicate a serious accident or something worse. Statistically, the casualty rate estimated is about 100,000 for full-time workers. Before going any further, make sure to watch this video till the very end and don't skip any part of this video because you don't want to miss any job on the list. Okay, let's start with number 5. Recyclable materials collectors. At number 5 lies the job of recycling material collectors. The estimated fatal injuries for this job per 100,000 full-time equivalent workers are found to be 51.5. You would be amazed to know that an estimated 1,527 injuries are caused to these people who collect recyclable materials. Most of the injuries these workers may face are related to transport. If you think about what their annual wage is, then it is estimated to be $36,190. Most of the time they're driving or maybe riding over a truck to collect materials. Transport-related accidents may arise due to the continuous ride over the trucks. Moreover, they work in the public as well as the private sector. Their job may depend on the location they work at. Apart from this, their job is very rough and tough because they work under harsh conditions and weather. Also, these accidents may be caused due to a vehicle struck by another vehicle, or in the worst scenario, the worker may fall off the truck and face some fatal injuries. In both of the stances, the injuries faced will be worse. If you are thinking about going to this job, you must keep in mind that it requires a lot of effort and you must be prepared to tackle any kind of challenges that come with this job. On that note, let's move towards the 4th one. Number 4. Roofers. At the 4th position we have roofers, one of the most dangerous jobs, having an estimated 51.5 of the total injuries per 100,000 full-time equivalent fatal injuries. Besides, the total injuries may range up to 2,150. The minimum wage you could make up for this job is around $39,970, and the accidents may include trips, falls and slips. The number of may be up to 160,000. With so much danger, you have to prepare yourself to take over all the challenges. If you're considering this job, then you have to work over considerable heights. Also, the injuries may range from serious injuries or even worse. Also, you may suffer due to harsh environmental conditions, like hot sun or heat strokes. However, it is no surprise that this job will put you off the ground, thus having some huge danger while working on it. Due to the extreme height of the buildings, you will be at higher risk of injuries if you opt for this job due to falling over. This job will require you to work hard, heavily lift, bend and climb in unfavorable conditions. Having no practice can cause any deadly event to occur, like slipping or falling and receiving fractures. In the 3rd place lies the job of pilots and flight engineers. The fatal injuries per 100,000 full-time equivalent workers are 58.9, whereas the total damage caused in this job can be estimated up to 560. The injuries caused usually may be related to transport. The problems are about traveling and are often termed much more dangerous than driving. Wherever the pilots are involved in any kind of crash accident, it could be fatal. If you're thinking of going to this job, then be prepared. Due to the heavy duty of flying hours and hectic schedule, it will be really hard for you to maintain it initially. Therefore, this job may give you high level of mental and physical stress in the beginning. However, with the most demanding job, you will have the advantage of having a great income of about $150,000, whereas this amount is much higher than any other job. Also, you will have many more advantages like 5-star accommodations or free travel. With this amazing pay and so many advantages, you will have to work hard and be careful. Most fatal accidents may result in a plane crash or engine failing and can eventually cause dangerous casualties. So let's get on to the next one. Number 2. Fishers. As the second most dangerous job, fishing has an estimated 77.4 fatal injuries per 100,000 full-time equivalent workers. Most of the incidents that may occur are related to transport while traveling through boats and ships. You may consider that if you're going for this job, you'll face incidents like falls from boats or turning over the ship. In addition, as a fisher, you may have a hard time maintaining your job, as it may give you a very tough time. Apart from falling or slipping, you may also face adverse consequences due to weather conditions. For example, you will have the hardest time if the waves are too high and you will not control your ride. Besides, as physical work, you may encounter slippery decks. As a result, you may fall into the water or even face some serious injuries as well. You won't have the facility of getting first aid because often fishers are working in remote areas and don't have access to hospitals. If you're curious and want to apply for this job, be aware of every injury you may face. In addition, because of the rough and tough job, you will be at very high risk of drowning yourself or your ship as well. Number 1. Logging workers. With a rate of 97.6 fatal injuries per 100,000 full-time equivalent workers, logging tops the list of the 5 most dangerous jobs in the world. The total injuries it may cause yearly are estimated up to 1,110. If you're thinking of going for this job, you must acknowledge that you will have a minimum wage of $40,650. However, this job has an enormous number of workers. They can range up to 53,000. Most of the time while logging, you may encounter some fatal injuries like a tree falling over or while operating the equipment. Due to all these risks, the hazard level for this job is one of the highest among all the jobs. Besides, keep in mind that this job is much more hectic than you can imagine. It requires you to perform heavy physical activity, putting the workers at a huge risk each working day. As the tree loggers often work in remote areas, they may be farther away from medical aid. Therefore, they may not be able to have proper treatment. Till now, you have reviewed 5 of the most dangerous jobs, and you must have realized how important employee safety is, no matter where you work. So before you get on the board for any of these jobs, make sure you're ready to face the challenges. Are you surprised by any of these jobs included in the list? Do you know about any other dangerous job which we've missed? Let us know in the comment section. We are more than happy to hear from you. So see you in the next exciting videos, and thank you so much for watching.